Right, in this video what we're going to be doing is just making some Boro vases. So if you watched the video earlier where we made the snowdrops and the daffodils out of soft glass, this is a perfect vase for putting your flowers in. So we're going to be working with 22mm Asian teal tubing. So it's 2mm thick, so it's a nice thickness to work with. We're also working with carbon rod, hot fingers, scoring tool, graphite paddle, and a little texture tool. And for this one we're working on the mid-range, so it's a slightly larger flame. It's perfectly to run it with 2 5 litres or a 10 litre oxycon or oxygen cylinders. For this purpose we're running it on 2 5 litres. So we need to pull a point to start with, so just light up your mid-range. And obviously we don't have to worry about preheating the glass or anything like that. So relatively large flame, give us the heat there, and we're going to close up this end and just attach a punty, and then heat about 1 inch worth of glass. Get it nice and hot, keep turning it evenly all the time. Remember, don't stop and start, don't look at the glass, otherwise you'll end up with hot spots and cold spots. And then when you're ready, out the flame, just start to stretch the glass out into a point, turning the glass all the time as well, so you get it nice and straight. If it's slightly off centre, we can always straighten that up by heating the shoulder. And now take this off, and with your scoring knife open this point up. This is going to be the blow tube. So just give this 30 seconds to a minute just to cool down enough for you to be able to hold it safely. At the same time, let's have a look and see if it's nice and straight, which, yeah, it's relatively straight, yeah. If you've got a little bit more time, you can decorate this with flowers and buds, or actually put trails of colour around the tubing so when it blows out you've got a little trail of colour. So we're going to pull a second point now. A little bit more propane, a little bit bushier, and working about 4 inches up the tube. Again, look to start heating the glass. Now you can either pull one point, or if you're feeling a little bit braver, this is what I'll do, just start to heat about 2 inches worth of glass. And so as you pull the point for this vase, you're pulling the point for the next one as well. So you're just speeding things up. So again, nice even heat, out the flame when you're ready, and just as you're still turning it, pull the point, twice this length this time, because you're pulling 2 points, and then just split it, and you can see we've got the point for the next one, so pop that down there, and then again another 30 seconds, minute just to cool this point down so we can handle it. What we're going to be doing the next movement is to actually heat about 2.5 to 3 inches of this point and just melt all this up to form the bubble, the bulb of the vase. So this hand here, the right hand, has got the open point we're going to be blowing down. We're going to be heating it 2 or 3 inches. Let the glass melt together, let the glass thicken up. Don't try and heat the 2 or 3 inches and blow it out straight away, otherwise all you're going to end up with is thinning the glass wall. And so you're starting with 2mm, what you don't want is to end up with less than 1mm because it becomes too fragile. So this point here is slightly off centre, and so I'm just going to take a couple of seconds just to warm the shoulder up of the point, and then just straighten it up again. And this will help with getting a perfectly round bowl on the vase. And now I'm happy with that. Back to a bushy flame again. And then let's start heating up this tube. As I said, 2.5 to 3 inches of the tube. If it starts to pull itself together and start thickening up, don't worry about that. That's exactly what you want it to do. So you're running the flame up and down the tube, and as I said earlier, what you don't want to be trying to do is to blow it all in one go, because you're going to get wall thickness issues and stuff. So probably 2, 3, 4 times you're going to heat this up and blow it out, heat it up, blow it out. So I'm gently pushing it together again just to increase the wall thickness. And then you can see it increasing in volume. So I'm just going to gently blow this out. And so we're starting to get there. Then back in the flame again. Start to shrink this down a little bit more. So when you're blowing down the tubing, what you're not doing is blowing your cheeks out and filling your air with lungs. It's just a gentle, controlled blow. The glass should be hot enough to be able to move just with that. So second time. I'm quite happy with that one, so I'm going to stick with that. Now reducing the propane down to get a bit more of a direct cutting flame. So turn it round, we're going to take this shoulder off here, get rid of this point, and then open up this end. So the quickest, the easiest way to do that is just heating the shoulder and just start thin the glass out. And keep pulling it out and pulling it out. And then I'll just blow this end out. And then tap this off with a texture tool. And then just holding this away from you so you don't get any shards of glass. And just shave off the rough edges of it, smooth it down a little bit, and then just heating the edge, watching it bead over to get a nice bead on it. And then a little tip here is that the point you're now holding is the hollow point, the blowing point. Just seal that up and give it a minute just to cool down, because you don't want to burn the palm of your hand. The reason why we seal that point is because what we're going to do in a couple of seconds is to be flaring this piece of tube out to form the neck of the vase, the rim of the vase, and the heat can sometimes travel up and go straight up the point, and if you're holding it, it can burn the inside of the palm of your hand or anything. So just check that's cool enough, and then go on to a bit of a bushier flame, quite high in the flame. Take the carbon rod and you're going to rest the tubing on the carbon rod and just start to turn the tube, and you'll see it start to curve out naturally. Take it out the flame, pop it back in if you want a little bit more of a flare. And then just check with the carbon paddle. You've got it flat, and then taking your hot fingers, warm those up, and just take hold of the vase in your hot fingers, swap it round, going down to a nice little cutting flame, strong sort of oxygen, not much propane flame. We're going to get rid of the final point. Get a relatively flat base there. We'll just check it again just with the carbon paddle, and then just take any tooling marks off, and then straight into the kiln, cooling bubbles, which will be like. Now, here's your little bud vase.